man, listen to my story about a man named Greg. A poor crocheteer barely kept his husband fed. And then one day he was knitting for some food, and up from the yarn come a pussy attitude. Pink hats, that is, SJWs. Well, the first thing you know, old Greg's in Facebook jail. The fucking cunt said you'll never make a sale. SJ is the place you ought to be. So he loaded up his truck and he lived his reverie. Yarn, that is, crochet hooks and fiber arts.
Hello!
Hey everybody!
Hello! He's gonna hit me again. I'm gonna get him.
Welcome to this week's edition of
Nidda Be Damned.
I'm Gregory Patrick.
And I'm Philip Champlain.
I'm fucking tired.
And I'm ready to go.
Yeah, so yesterday was the maiden voyage of our yarn truck.
Yes.
Yes, that was yesterday. I'm still wearing the clothes from them because we were so tired when we got home.
He fell asleep in it.
I went to lay on the couch just to rest for a minute, and I stayed there until about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then went to bed, got up, put my clothes on, and said, "We got to do this show. Our fans are waiting to hear from us. They want to know how it went."
And I think it went remarkably well.
Oh, wait, can I have a cigarette? Because that's the prelude to our show.
I guess.
I think I just did the prelude, but I still want a cigarette. Okay. Hold on, y'all.
Just gotta pop a cigarette and light a beer. We're Americans today.
Yeah, so the first thing we want to do is thank Nora at the Sugar Shack for hosting us yesterday.
Absolutely.
She was so awesome.
She was really excited about the whole thing.
Yeah, and she kept coming out and checking on us because it was like 120 degrees out there, and she would come out for like 3 minutes and be like, "Ooh, it's hot, gotta go."
I gotta go.
But she was really enthusiastic.
Yes, she was.
And what I really like about Nora is that you can tell she's a genuinely kind and sweet person.
Mm-hmm. That takes no bullshit.
That takes no bullshit. So she's nice, but
Yes.
she's got something of a tough shell that protects her niceness from being taken advantage of.
Absolutely.
But I really, really can't thank her enough. And I loved how she said, "Okay, I'll see you next Saturday." Which reminds me, okay, like we haven't found another place to park yet.
Right.
I think we should just start dive bombing places and just show up.
Yes.
With the truck and the shirts like they would on food truck race and be like, "Can I park here?"
Yes.
I think we should just start doing that.
I think so too.
Rather than me being polite and all businessy and think, maybe we can come to an agreement that would be mutually
Show
beneficial to both of us.
with the truck.
Yeah.
You say we need a space.
Yeah. Because that's the only place we have to park until next Friday or next Saturday.
Next Saturday,
I
yeah.
don't want to wait another week. Come on,
No.
we got to park somewhere else
Yep.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I think morning, we should just get up, find a place.
Yeah, and just ask them, "Hey, do you mind if we park in your parking lot? This is what we do." And if they look and see the whole thing, they'll be like, "Sure, it's nothing off my skin." You know?
No.
Nothing off my
That was her great idea. She's like, I didn't have to put anything into it, and you're welcome.
Yeah.
And I think that's what about it is. It was the shortest meeting I've ever had in my life.
It was a 9-minute business meeting.
And ended in hugs.
Yeah, and I usually don't touch
Gregory.
people.
Gregory doesn't hug. It was the most awkward moment I've ever seen him in his life, and it was beautiful. You know, I was like, that's right. That's right. So, again, thank you, Nora, for all your support and letting us have the space for as long as we wanted, apparently.
Yeah.
We will see you next Saturday.
Yeah. And we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. Before we say anything about how it all went, the one thing I have to say is what I enjoyed most about it was the fact that Philip and I work from home.
Yes.
So we're in the same house every day, but we don't spend a lot of time together because we're busy working. Mm-hmm. It was one of the only times I can remember recently where you and I sat together for 4 hours and just hung out, you and I. And that was my favorite part.
It really did. We really did. We were like, oh, I have to talk to you?
I know.
Who are we supposed to talk? I got to talk to you? We talk to each other all day.
It was so cool because, like, I looked down, we were there from 2 to 6. That's what we were scheduled to be there. And I remember at some point I looked down at my phone and it said that it was 4 o'clock already. I'm like, no way, it's already 2 hours have gone by.
Yes.
I'm really loving this.
It was awesome.
But okay, there were some like interesting moments. There really were. Okay, and Laura, thanks for bringing the cupcakes.
Absolutely.
We had someone from our Facebook group who actually has known Philip for 30 years and now lives in town.
Yes.
Come up and bring us cupcakes to congratulate us on the yarn truck. It was awesome.
They were so good.
And I only took a couple of pictures. I apologize because at some point I forgot I even had the camera because we were doing other things.
Yes.
So, but Laura took a bunch of pictures and she's going to put them on her her blog, iNitty.
iNitty.
In the very near future, like in the next day or two. So y'all look out for that, and I'll put a link down below.
Okay.
And then the first sale that we had of the day
was My Strange Friend.
Isn't that hilarious?
They saw that and they were like, I have to have this and I have to have it now. And I was like, it's yours for $35.
That's right.
You know?
Oh, and they Nora doesn't have any Wi-Fi, and we were counting on that for our card reader. So I was like, oh shit, now what do we do?
Yeah.
So, but we came up with it. He was like, I was like, you got your phone? He's like, yeah. I was like, you can just send me money to my PayPal.
Yes.
And he was drunk as a skunk.
Drunk. Oh.
My kind of customer.
Yes.
Drunk and spending money.
That's right.
And he kept going, N-A-D.
Yes.
How do you spell knitting?
Knitting.
Just read the shirt, dude. Just
Yeah.
read the shirt.
This is what you need to look on her. But it was very kind of him.
And every time he did that, he would stop and start off on another tangent about, about Bigfoot. You know what the funny thing about Bigfoot is? I'm like, just hit send, man.
Please.
Just hit send.
Yes. Yeah. But he was a great supporter. He came out
was.
every once in a while and talked with us and
and
gave us some business ideas.
He came out with his glass. He had a Bloody Mary.
Of sorts.
Yeah, I think it was made with sake because I think she only sells beer and wine. But you can make the Bloody Mary with sake.
Oh, okay.
Sake Mary.
That's something new. A sake Mary.
Oh, actually, yeah, it's been around for a while.
Has it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a huge drinker, so.
He came out with his Bloody Mary, and he was hanging out by the yarn, and he is like holding his glass like.
And we're having coronaries, like secretly. Step back away from the yarn with the liquid.
It's like you can see it was like splashing in his glass, but it wasn't leaking out yet.
Yes, it was almost there. Like he knew. Like the minute we both got real tense, and Gregory got a stern look across his forehead, and I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, I was like,
dude,
that's $200 worth of inventory. I hope you still got your phone, man.
Yeah, you got your phone out? Because I can't sell it with Sake Mary spilled on it. But again, he loved My Strange Friend. He boasted about it. Apparently, its name now is Cactopus.
That's right. It was Cactopus.
Cactopus. So you're welcome.
I really wish I had taken more video. I'm really sorry, but at some point I forgot it was even there because there were other things that were on my mind.
Well, the first day, I think we got pictures of the setup.
We got pictures of what it all looked like when we finally got there.
Yeah.
But like I said, Laura took a bunch of pictures. I also like the British. There was a big soccer game in Orlando yesterday.
Oh yes, there was.
So anybody who was Latino or British in a purple shirt, you knew was headed to the soccer game, okay?
Yeah, there was.
And so it was really cool, this British guy had come out in his purple shirt and just look at our truck, and he brought his girlfriend. What was funny is, like, I guess it was his girlfriend.
It was a friend. It wasn't his girlfriend.
Okay, because she seemed totally like, it's yarn, big deal.
Fucking deal.
He was all like, hey, this is really cool.
I was like, all right. Yeah, he mentioned something about owning a salon up the street and that some of his stylist knit when they're between customers.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you need to bring them back here Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know that it's here.
We passed out tons of stickers.
Absolutely.
There was this cute little girl.
Absolutely. She was.
I don't know how little as... Okay.
She was a pixie.
She was a pixie.
Mm-hmm.
She was probably in her 20s.
Yeah.
But she was just delightful, and she had that presence of a pixie. Yes. She had her little haircut. And she looked like
she'd never eaten a sandwich in her life, But she was very cool, very kind.
And she said, "Do you mind if I get a sticker or two? I don't want to ask for too many more." I was just like, I gave her a stack. He said, "You go paint this town, man. You tell everybody, tell them all."
These crazy redneck bags are out there knitting and crocheting and selling they're doing their business outside of their house.
Doing their business.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, and the bread that we got this week.
That's right.
In the mail.
Yeah, if you were reading through our group, Dagny Taggart, and I love if any of y'all really know what that name is or where it comes from. It's a pseudonym, and we know who it really is.
Yes, we do.
But she said, for my identity's sake, I'm coming in with my Dagny Taggart name.
Yes.
So if you know who Dagny Taggart is, what the name is from.
You also know who John Galt is.
Yeah, 10 points for you. Okay.
Yes. So her husband, John Galt.
Yes. Dagny Taggart said, "Hey boys, I'm sending y'all a package from Wyoming."
guess what
Guess-
it is.
Guess what it is. And we had the best time coming. Is it? Can you sell it on the black market?
I actually got the closest out of everybody.
Yeah, you-
Apparently, I came in way on the end of that whole thing, going, well, you know what? I'll throw one out, since apparently nobody's guessed it yet. And the only thing I forgot was the bread.
Yeah, and I asked, is it bigger than a bread box? And
She
she was
said
like,
it'll fit in one.
yeah, it'll fit it. Sure enough, we got 2 loaves of bread from Dagny Taggart's husband.
Yes, and it is brilliant. I am still eating it.
Yeah. We took it on the truck with
Yeah,
us.
I took it on my truck, and that was my food and my snack, along with our very preppy Perrier. You know, I don't know what that was.
Yeah, don't knock the Perrier. You had 4 of them, or 2 of them
2 of them.
yesterday.
I did, because it was the only thing to drink. And I was sweating like a hooker in church. So it was...
We took some of our nuclear stash with us.
We did.
took a jug of water from our nuclear stash.
I should have brought some Vienna sausages. It would probably have gone great with the bread, to be honest with you.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Dagny asked me, so what was the bread like? What did you have it with? What kind of dip? And we were like, nothing.
No.
I think we had the bread with some boiled peanuts and a beer.
Let me put it to you this way. Been watching every season of Game of Thrones, and I feel like when I was eating it that I was just this peasant man.
Yeah, and he wasn't
the
calling it beer; he's calling it mead.
mead,
grog.
rah, and grog, while I ate my cheese bread, and I ate it by itself, and it was beautiful by itself. It didn't need anything. It was wonderful. It was moist and chewy, and the cheese was fucking. I don't know what to tell you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's true. Baking bread is an art.
It is.
It really is an art.
He and I have that in common. I also bake bread.
I can't bake bread.
Mm-hmm.
I'm old school. I go down to the supermarket and I get a loaf.
He does. And it's good.
I let them bake it for me.
And it's a lot less messy. You know, I know how messy bread making can be, and I don't use a bread machine. I use my hands, and it can be messy. But yes, that was really amazing yesterday, just to have that. I felt very fancy with my artisan bread and my Perrier under my giant red canopy umbrella in the back of my pickup truck.
You should see the looks that people gave us
Oh, it
as
was
they
funny.
drove by. We almost caused accidents.
We did.
They were like, what
the fuck is this? And then they would wave like we were on a float.
Oh, and then the one guy who came up to us and he just he went skirt
Skirt!
in his car and he jumped out
and he's
in
like,
traffic.
with his phone out going, I need to take a picture of you.
And we're
we
like,
were
"Well, yeah,
like,
go ahead."
well, fine, that's fine. Why? What's up? My wife wants to do this. I need to show her that it can be done.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, there you go. Ta-da!
Click.
Click. And we got, some strange man. And then, again, it was like waves of people would come by and they would, like, rubberneck. You know what that is. When you rubberneck in a crash on the highway, that's what they would do. And they would almost...
Is that what that means?
It's called rubbernecking, where you turn your neck so far back to look at a crash that you've passed.
Huh.
You've turned your neck as far back. It's called rubbernecking.
Okay.
People were rubbernecking us all day.
It sounds weird when you say it. I don't know
Why?
why. Maybe it's because I know who you are. When you say something like rubberneck, it sounds dirty.
Does it? Rubberneck.
Just...
But they were rubberneck.
Y'all, there are a couple of that you're watching right now going, yeah, I see it too. I see it. Because he said it sounds a little
dirty. They were rubbernecking. See? Dirty. But yes, they were all day, and we would get waves. Women would go by, and they would have smiles. Their jaws would literally drop.
Yeah, it'd be like this.
Let's do that again. Wait. And they would almost hit the person in front of them. It was amazing, all day long.
It was amazing to me that when I approached all these business people, when they asked, and I was like, it's pretty simple. You can't find anywhere in town to buy yarn anymore. And I thought what was funny is they were like, well, what about the Black Sheep? I'm like, the Black Sheep moved to Fairbanks, and even their new location, they're not selling yarn anymore. They host a yarn truck on Saturdays to come in and supply with yarn.
Yes. And that's in Winter Haven?
No, it's in Winter Park.
Winter Park,
But still, there's no place to buy boutique yarn.
Yeah.
So we were like, there is a need. Let's fill it. There is a niche. And the best way to do that was we don't have any money for a storefront, but we do have this pickup we have, and now let's
do what we
pimp
can.
it out and sell people really good yarn.
Yes.
It's that simple. And they were all like, that is the coolest idea ever. Ever. And it was kind of interesting that people are like, I kind of like this whole kind of gimmicky thing you got going on with the two guys and all of this
Mhm.
with the kind of redneck thing. I'm like, that's not a gimmick. That's who we are.
That's just who we are.
They would even go.
I never considered
"Really?"
myself a redneck, but I'm rather country, and I can do a lot of manly things.
But you've seen the photographs.
Yes.
You see what it looks like. That it does look like they're selling tomatoes, right? No, what is
No.
this yarn? Yarn? And I had cute little signs that said like imported French yarn. Ooh la
Ooh la
la.
You know. I don't know. I think it's going to work out wonderfully.
Yeah.
It was our first day. I loved that it went.
Yes, it really.
It took us like 15 minutes to set up and 5 minutes to tear down.
Yeah.
It was the most beautiful thing in the world.
And I gotta say, I was a little worried at the beginning because we really did. Well, it was 15 minutes to set it up. We went through 2 bottles of Perrier in 15 minutes because it was so hot and we were sweating.
Hookers in
frickin'
church.
Bullets.
Yeah, hookers in church.
But once we settled down and sat in our chairs, we had our cute little fan from that was plugged into the cigarette lighter, and we had our umbrella, and we were actually comfortable. You know what else I noticed? Just the way that the human body works is that neither one of us went to go pee ever once because we were sweating so much. We didn't have to pee.
Thank you, Florida.
But it wasn't that uncomfortable. It really was not.
Yeah.
And we lucked out because, sadly, we got that time of day. That's the time that she gave us to park there, was our usual rainy time of day.
Yes.
And wouldn't you know it, it was the only day scheduled this week that had a 10% chance of rain.
It got cloudy for a second. I was like, Gregory, clouds. And he's like,
It's not going to
it's
happen.
not going to happen. And it didn't.
Thank you.
Yes.
God, I feel like there's a million things I want to tell you about. We discovered some things that need to change, like our placement of our signs.
Yes.
Like when I walked up to 7-Eleven to get, the only way I needed cash to make change for people, and so I had to go up to 7-Eleven and get some money.
Yes.
And on my way back, I realized that there were so many signs of other businesses before you got to ours that it was the last minute coming down Virginia that you actually saw us over with. It was just a pickup truck with shit on it.
Yes.
You didn't have a moment
So
to
we
go.
know next week we're going to make a sign to put on the streets.
To put on the corner.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't, bring in a million more people, I'm going to stand out there on the corner with my shirt and knit, just standing there, and people are going to be like, what the hell is that crazy
I think that's
man
a brilliant
doing?"
idea.
Mhm.
I had trouble with the crocheting. I didn't actually crochet a stitch. I rolled it. It was just too hot.
Yeah.
I'm a pussy. Sorry. I didn't want to sweat all over and give Phil smell to you. And I think you would appreciate that.
I don't know.
Are you sure?
There's some crazy
The
people.
out there might have been sex. Can I have some Phil sweat covered strange clothes?
Exactly.
If that's what you want, you tell me it's an extra $10.
If people
okay?
can sell their used panties online and people will buy them for big prices, they'll probably buy a little bit of your Phil smell.
Well, for you,
Gross.
that's so gross. I will put my strange friend in a bag of my own sweat.
No,
How's that?
I'm not going down that road. No, we're not going. I'm always looking for new and interesting ways. That's not going to be one of them.
Selling pieces of my husband to make money.
I'm gonna sell my husband's scent for $1. We want to thank Neil James, our foreign correspondent in the UK.
For a new alternate theme song?
That's our truck's theme song.
We need to get a recording so we can just play it over in a loop
On the truck?
on the truck.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Neil. That was awesome. You're also going to discover that there are no foreign correspondents this week because there was all this going on with the truck, and everybody knew that this episode was just going to be focused on the truck.
Yes.
And so, but they'll be back next week.
And we didn't take any video, so we kind of failed on that.
We took pictures when we first got there, and then
It just got lost in the day.
Yeah. Sorry, we need a third person to be there to just film us.
Can you please just come to film us?
Our friend Kara came. I don't know why I didn't say Kara, film.
Yes, while we're doing this.
Yeah.
She did show up. It was very kind of her.
Yeah, that was cool. And what's funny is we had price points. I had expensive stuff, I had mid-grade stuff, and then I had clearance stuff. And it was basically 2 baskets of stuff that half a skein of this, or this doesn't have a label, so it was this is our D-stash section. This side is $2. This side is $1. She picked something out from the $1 bin and said, "I'll take this." I was like, "Kara, just take it."
It's okay. I really like this one.
I know, it's
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell my friend to give me $1 for that skin.
That's right.
Just take it.
If that's the one you want, it's yours. But
She's actually been doing a lot of chemo hats for people.
yes.
And that's admirable. I mean, she'll come over and she'll show us, and she's just like, I don't understand why this pattern works this way. But apparently, she's involved with a group that you have to use approved patterns,
Which is odd.
which is odd. But I
Who
guess
doesn't want just a pretty hat?
yeah, I guess they've been through this before, and she'll come over. She's like, this pattern doesn't work, and I'm like, I agree. Well, let's fix it, work on it, and then resubmit it your version of it.
See what they say.
Yeah.
But they were for bald people, so
Not
she
for
didn't
bald
think.
people. That's
oh,
rude.
Sorry. Oh shit. For patients going through chemo, so I'm assuming that they were supposed
Husband
to fit.
said what?
They're supposed to fit on your head without any hair, and that's we all have hair. Well, a couple of us have hair. Haha. So Gregory did try it on, and it actually fit him pretty well. So I'll pay for this later.
Taking a hole.
Like digging. But that's okay. I dig holes all day. That's right. What you got? Bring it.
It's my husband, the rubbernecking hole digger.
That's right. Rubbernecking hole digger over there.
Love it.
Sorry, I'm through my first beer. Well, I mean...
So, we are global. We've even gone so far as Sweden. So, next week, be sure to tune in to see our new foreign correspondent from Sweden.
Absolutely. And she was lovely.
She
really
is
was.
lovely. And now, here's what I will tell you. When she gave me her video, we found it delightful, but we saw a spark in her. We know that she's a little twisted if she wants to be, and y'all are going to have to help me urge that out of her. We have to nurture her.
And you'll see what you'll see what we're talking about when you see her video.
So y'all have to wait for next week to see that.
Yes.
Tech Talk with Phil.
And as we all know, there's a giant eclipse this week. Unfortunately, we're in Florida and may not be able to see it. That's okay.
Why won't we be able to see it, Tech Talk with Phil?
Because we are too far away from the center of the eclipse.
No.
Because the curvature of the planet.
No. Actually, we're going to get 90% coverage.
Are we really?
The moon is going to cover 90% of the sun where we live, but we're not going to be able to see it because the weatherman has said it's going to be during our rainy time of day.
Yes, yay! So, Florida, I'm going to miss it again. We all hope that the line that the moon is crossing in its shadow, that people won't be killed instantly, because apparently a lot of people are going there. We don't know what's going to happen. It's such a big deal.
Why do celestial things make people fucking batshit crazy?
Because we don't really understand how they work.
I thought we had figured that out. That was science and astronomy and Neil deGrasse Tyson. It was all pretty much figured out. So why do people still go batshit?
I think it's primal. I think it's a primal thing. It's something that's not every day.
Like from the days where we used to throw rocks at the moon because it was this invasive thing hovering above us in the sky.
Well, and it was the time when the eclipse was an omen for something dire was coming. It was the end of the world.
Yeah, I guess you would have to think that if you were all just standing around and didn't know it was coming, and all of a sudden the middle of the day suddenly turned into the middle of the night, you would be like, what the fuck?
But if you were a fan of the show Heroes in the early 2000s, right? The eclipse brings the onset of superpowers. So those people that are there may be our next evolution of humankind. They will get hit by these weird moon rays and suddenly have moon powers. They can they can control the tides and alter gravity. Let's see. Draw meteorites.
You and I, we know.
But it is really cool. And with all the places I've lived over the country, like 6 of them are in the path of the eclipse. So if I'd have still been there, I'd have been able to see it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I'm in Florida with my husband. And I will
Unfortunately, I'm in Florida with my husband. Do you know how many people out there going, you lucky bitch? So you missed the equator, but you live in Florida with your husband.
I do.
Weather's great. Taxes are low.
You know, I never really quite understood this great weather thing. because it's 1,000 degrees outside.
Only in August. Only in August.
Yeah, it's August, September, October.
This is why people come to move here, because starting in October, towards the middle or the end, around Halloween, the humidity drops incredibly. It stays about 75 degrees, and it doesn't rain until June of next year.
Yes, but if the eclipse has anything to do with it, it's
Stop
going to be different this year.
Stop it.
Florida will become a desert.
He was also talking last week about worried about the eclipse because that means that North Korea was going to set off a missile because it was. Ooh.
Sorry, let me conspiracy theory on you a little bit. I just swear it just makes sense to me that Kim Jong-un
Makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense to me that during the eclipse, when the American continent is really the only continent that's being tracked across the eclipse, anyway, that while the eclipse is going on, that'll be Kim Jong-un's epiphany, I guess. He's going to epiphany the fact that this is the time that we will destroy the American continent is during this this solar eclipse. It's that kind of biblical kind of thing that's kind of going on, you know. We'll see what he does, but you never know.
I need to eat something. Just a little something.
Eat crow, bitch.
Stop that. Quit it.
That's for Stephanie. Sorry, just a little nipple action for everybody.
And I gotta tell y'all, if y'all are in the group, y'all be sure to look for Stephanie's Stitchin' Bitches on Skype.
Absolutely.
I did with one of the first ones with her, and it was a lot of fun. And then I found out the second one there were like 20 people involved, and it was amazing.
Yes.
And I want to jump in on occasion when I have the time. So, Stephanie, keep them going, because Stephanie and I Skyped last night, and we were on there for 2 hours. Stephanie is a hoot.
Yes,
she is a ball.
And I have to say that I would be happy to join in, but unfortunately I get the impression that I am the root of a lot of conversations during the Skype stitching bitch. Because remember what happened the first day it happened?
Oh, yeah, we were all trash talking our husbands.
Mm-hmm.
Not trash talk, but, complaining about what husbands do.
Yes, apparently.
And I became one of the girls.
Yes, he did. And it was like, when you were in school and like a group of kids are talking about you and you walked into the room and suddenly everything is like quiet, the pin drops kind of thing, That's what it was like. I could hear the flutter of a fly wing.
When he walked in, it was like, shh.
It's home.
Hello, Philip. How are you today?
Yes. And it took me a day or so to realize what was going on. I'm a little slow sometimes, I will say that. And I was like, Gregory, were you talking about me? And he's like, yes, Philip, we were. And I was like, why? He says, because it was husband trash talk time.
Yeah, I tell you this much. I will never tell him that I haven't already told you.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So it's not like I say blah, 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 about my husband.
Right.
It's like we were talking about you the other night on the group. I don't know where it came out, something about food and eating too much. And I was just like, have you seen my husband? I mean, the man loves to eat. I'll come home and I'll be like, sweetheart, where are those 3 pizzas we got from Papa John's the other night? Oh, I felt like a snack.
I was a snack. I woke up and I was hungry. What do you want?
What the hell happened to the pizza? Oh, it's gone.
It's gone.
That was gone.
That was 3 days ago.
No, that was yesterday.
Oh, well.
I know, that was like 20 minutes ago. The pizza guy showed up. Didn't I hear the doorbell ring?
You did.
No, that was a Jehovah's Witness.
It was. What about the pizza?
Don't you worry about it.
Oh, that was days ago, and he believes me. Sometimes I can get him to believe me. I'm like, honey, we ordered it like 3 days ago, I swear. I didn't eat a pizza in one sitting.
Yes, you do. Here's the thing. I'm not fucking with y'all. Okay, we get Papa John's, and we always do the 2-for special, so it makes more sense. Because then we get them. He has his pizza, and I have mine.
Yes.
He sits down. His is done in 10 minutes.
Everything
I have 2 slices of mine, and I'm like, that's lunch and dinner for tomorrow as well.
And then I usually have some of his extra after that.
Correct.
Yes.
So I end up with half a pizza.
Well, that's your fault. It's not my fault you're so small. I mean, eat more. What do you want? I don't care. There we go.
Yeah, I am still wearing my clothes from yesterday. Sorry, y'all. Sorry about it. Let me tell you, we worked so hard on this and so fast and so quick that when it was finally our first Maiden Voyage out, when we came home, I was just spent. It's like when you run a marathon, you hit the finish line, and you just sit there and you go,
It was. It was. I loaded the truck, got it in the house, and we were like, okay, that's done for the day, right? We don't have anything else to do. And he's like, no, sit. Teresa sent us a bunch of bags this week.
Teresa sent us some. Oh, these are awesome.
Yeah.
Look at
Doctor
this.
Who cats, dogs.
Doctor Who bag.
Bubbles.
Yes.
They're brilliant.
Yes.
Absolutely brilliant. We
Yes.
love them.
And people really loved your bags, Teresa.
Yeah.
They really did. That was-
Mhm.
And there's a photograph. We'll show it. Bleep.
Photo.
How we had them set up.
Yes.
And people really went right to them and
They were like, what are
played with them.
these?
Like, these are so cute.
Yeah.
You know how girls are. You know that. Oh my God, that's so cute.
Yeah, we had a bunch. There were a bunch of gritty men there too. It was the funniest thing. I was like, "There's gritty men with relatively attractive women."
Yes.
I say that because I'm gay. So I mean, like, if you were attractive, I wouldn't have done so.
Like, the one guy who came over with the beard and the tattoos, who was just like this, I thought was a joke. Everyone's talking in the bar about there are these two guys out there, and I was just like, no, you're not. I come out and I see it. This is genius.
Yeah.
This is genius.
We looked like a little store.
Yeah.
It was great, and it was the idea they thought we were selling vegetables. There ain't no vegetables in this. Well,
Yeah.
there's a vegetable in this truck. It worked. I got it.
Doesn't. I'm a vegetable. I'm so excited about calling you a vegetable.
The beer's kicking in, and I thought that was much funnier than it actually was. Because he would have been in a wheelchair if he was a vegetable. You know, I'm sorry.
Watch. Our vegetable viewership just drops.
Bye, vegetables.
Like, I'm not watching
Watching this
these
no
guys
more.
anymore.
Oh, sorry. Sorry,
Yeah.
vegetable people.
Sorry, vegetable people.
That'll be the title of this week's show, I think. Apologies to the vegetable people.
Our apologies to the vegetable people.
Oh, and as far as everybody's concerned, I'm very happy with the response that we had with the post about the truck yesterday. I love the support we're getting from everyone.
Y'all don't have any idea that, we really would never have gotten this far without you.
No, not at
Never,
all.
ever.
Not at all.
It would really have taken a lot more time and a lot more effort and just your support.
And not that we're lazy. So I don't want you to think that
I can't thank all of you enough for helping us out to get it started, and try not to get emotional because that actually means a lot more to me than you think it does. Because there may be people out there who say that this guy isn't worth a hill of beans because of whatever controversies I've had in the past.
Right.
But the fact that y'all believe in me actually, yeah, I'm gonna stop this part right
Yeah,
here.
it's okay. It's okay. I'm right there with you.
I really am.
I never expected the kind of support that we've had. Never in a million years. I'm a humble person, so it's not that I don't think we have the means, the ability, or the talent to do it. But the support that you've all given us has just absolutely been amazing.
Yeah. So
And he's crying. So see that.
it's a good thing.
It is.
So,
It is.
thank you so much.
Yeah. You gave my husband what he needed, what he wanted.
That's all. I have to,
All right.
cut it.
All
I really
right.
do.
We're going to new homes this week. I'll meet you there in some time. I'm coming to your home this week. I'm sure it'll all be fine.
Is that it? Is that Playtime with Phil?
Well, we're a duo, so here, take it. It's a duo. Here we go. I had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you.
And I swear it's the truth, and I'm holding on to you. I had the time of my life.
We'll be performing in clubs near you, in your own little world, somewhere.
All right, so again, we want to thank you all so much
Absolutely.
for your support. And next week's episode is pretty much going to be our foreign correspondents and us with the truck. I will take videos this time.
Yes, we promise that there will be
I'm going to
videos.
enlist Kara and say, Kara, come and take videos. And you'll see what we've done throughout the week with the truck. And
it's a beautiful thing, people. And all we can do is thank you for the support. I don't know. I'm humbled by it, to be honest with you. I'm humbled by a lot of the support that we've had. I would have never have expected it in a lifetime for people to back us the way you have.
Yeah.
And we love you.
We do.
It's as simple as that.
Don't make me cry again.
Well,
come on, man. I think that's enough for this week. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. To
Absolutely.
Knitted to be damned. And well, I guess we'll see you next week.
See you next
all right.
week.
All right.
Talk to you through the show, or talk to you on the site. Wait. Damn.
I'll talk to you in my mind.
I'll talk to you. I telepathically communicated with you.
Oh wait, we'll have the eclipse on Monday. One more time. Stop. Let's do this again.
Okay.
All right. So I guess that's enough for this week.
Yes, it is.
Thank you all for tuning in. And wait, this is episode. So next week is going to be a milestone.
Yes,
next
25th.
Next week will be 25 episodes.
Absolutely.
You know, people are like, well, people out there have 197,000 episodes. I'm like, man,
We're only on 25.
We're only on 25.
That's
man.
right.
This is, and we've come so far. Look at how far we've come.
We are now a newborn. We were a newborn. Now we're a tiny little infant show. We're going into toddler mode. Soon we'll be that terrible twos.
Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, thank you all so much for joining.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We will see you next week.
All right, that's it, everybody. All right, good night.
Good night.
If the eclipse don't get you.
That's right. That's right. Burn your goddamn eyes out. Turn your babies into superheroes.
Good night.
Good night.